One of the top questions I get from people is, can I buy a home after bankruptcy? So many people believe that they have this black mark on them for the rest of their life after a bankruptcy. And I want you to know the truth. That is not the truth. You know, and you can buy a home if you follow the timelines I'm going to discuss here today, and then some tips I'll give you as well. So know this, on a conventional loan that is sold to Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac, they do require 4 years from the bankruptcy discharge date before you can buy a home. So you got to wait 4 years with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. The good news is FHA in most cases only requires you to wait 2 years if it was a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, which is what most people do. Chapter 7 means you had full liquidation of all your debts. But if you do a Chapter 13 bankruptcy where you're making payments to your creditors through the bankruptcy trustee, you could buy a home in as soon as 1 year after starting the Chapter 13. Now you do have to get approval from the bankruptcy trustee to do that, but I have seen that happen. Third type is VA loans. And VA, you know, occasionally sometimes you can do a VA loan just after 1 year from a bankruptcy, depending on what caused the bankruptcy, especially if it was extenuating circumstances outside of your control. But generally speaking, VA will require 2 years from the date of bankruptcy discharge before you can buy a home. And so I encourage you to like and share this video, subscribe to my page so you can receive these great, amazing videos every week from me. So next, what I want to cover is some tips for you, with bankruptcy and credit. And the first one that I want to cover is during bankruptcy, one of the best things you can do is keep some credit accounts open. Especially like say a car loan, and if you want to keep the car, you need to keep the car loan open. That actually will help your credit. Same thing if you can keep a credit card or two open, especially if you just have small balances or no balances on them, keep them open, because that will help you improve your scores much more quickly. Second tip, I so often see people do this, is they have a bankruptcy and they never use credit again. Well, that honestly is the worst thing you can do, because then if you do that, creditors aren't going to be willing to take a risk on you for even a car loan. Or if they do, they're going to require like 30 or 40% down and make you pay like a 20% interest rate. And so I encourage you, don't give up. Keep using credit to your benefit, okay? You have a new start, a new opportunity to do great. The third tip is, go and start using credit again. There are many creditors, especially credit card companies, that will extend credit to you. It may only be a $300 or $500 limit, but they're willing to give you a second chance. So take that opportunity and take that second chance and start using credit again. What I encourage you to do is okay, buy a tank of gas once a month on a credit card and pay it off in full every month, but start using credit again. Maybe you can't get new unsecured credit, but a lot of banks and credit unions offer secured loans and credit cards. And what it makes it secured is you've given the bank, say, $500, and they give you a credit card with a $500 limit that you can then use. Some of them will also do it as a loan, an installment loan over a 12-month payment period. That's even better to help you rebuild your credit. So take advantage of that. But the main thing is, if you do that with your bank or credit union, make sure they report your credit payment history to all 3 credit bureaus, because some of them don't report any info, any payment history to the credit bureaus, which doesn't do your credit any good. Yeah, my last tip is, use credit responsibly. Don't let yourself get in over your head. Like one of the best rules is if you can't pay off a charge that you're making on a credit card in the next 30 days, you probably shouldn't be buying that item or that service or that vacation, okay? Make sure you can always pay it off when the bill comes due in, say, 30 days. Second thing, is, like I said before, use credit responsibly. Use it to buy like a tank of gas or buy, one dinner out a month and pay it off every month. Another tip, like say when it comes to car loans, a lot of times this is where I see people get into a lot of trouble too, is with car loans. They may have a car loan payment of $800 a month. Well, that's $200,000 of home buying power they just lost. And so I always encourage people to for sure keep your car payments below 10% of your gross monthly income. If at all possible, below 5% of your gross monthly income, so that you can buy a home and be successful financially for the rest of your life. So if you've liked these tips and stuff, please like and subscribe to my page. Please share any comments, especially questions that you have. Lonnie, what can I do? Here I'm thinking about declaring bankruptcy. What should I do? So feel free to comment and I'd be happy to respond and to talk with you about it. And lastly, I will just tell you, bankruptcy is not the end of the world, because I've seen many people, just a year after bankruptcy have a 700 FICO score again, because they took advantage or did some of these tips that I just shared with you. So just realize bankruptcy is not the end of the world for you. If you know someone else who maybe needs to hear this, share this video with them. Let them know. I'd love to hear their story. I'd love to be able to help them and offer them advice and consult with them. Otherwise, please like and subscribe to this page and share it with others.